Hey folks, Joe here. It is Sunday afternoon, February the 18th. A few days ago during a recent video where I was talking about the little medical emergency I recently had, having a stroke a couple of weeks ago. Told you I'd do a health update this coming weekend, so here it comes. So yeah, when I did the video talking about this before, that was Monday, after doing a little bike ride, about 19 kilometer ride, and I talked about the stroke a little bit. And here today, it is Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I did a few walks on those days. Got out for another bike ride yesterday, Saturday. That was a 21 kilometer walk. The other day, I've been walking about an hour. Also doing some light exercise here at home. And doing some therapy drills that they gave me for working on motor skills control on the left hand, handwriting, typing on the keyboard, different things to get the hand working properly, and that's been making noticeable progress every day. Still slurring my words a bit, but again, making improvements every day. Some of this video here will probably be done in a few clips where I edit out the ones where slurring a little bit more maybe, but so far it's going pretty good. Planning on going back to work this coming week. Only going to work a couple hours a day. I won't be going back to 40 hours a week or anything like that for a while yet. Probably a few weeks off. But let's start small, get in a little bit of time at work and see how it goes. Keep active every day, biking, walking, doing exercises, some therapy on the hand, different things like that. And I'm feeling pretty good about the progress so far. Now, part of this video is planned to be done during a ride today, and I did get out for a ride, just a short one, about 10 kilometers, to keep a brisk pace. But had a few little problems with the ride, and we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, like I was saying, I did go for a ride. It was probably around 11 kilometers or so. I'm not exactly sure. I had the bike computer going on the bike, and that kind of reset itself and blanked out part way, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I had my GPS watch going in GPS mode, and battery kind of went dead on that, and that conked out, so 0 for 2 right there. I also had my GoPro mounted to the handlebars, and I thought I recorded a bit of footage, a couple of minutes, and the battery went dead there. Went to upload the footage once I got on the computer back home, and data was corrupted and would not load, so I'm not sure what's wrong with the GoPro. Cycling computer, like I say, that reset itself, that messed up, and the GPS watch all messed up. So none of that went great, none of the electronics at all was just a waste for today. But I felt good on the bike. Oh yeah, and the other thing, the bike itself, yeah. Felt like the bike was a little bit sluggish. It's moving along a decent pace. I think the average, this was all on trails, single track and double track, on the Churchill trails along the Red River here in Winnipeg. And the bike didn't feel as fast as it should. I believe I was averaging around 19 kilometers an hour. It felt a little sluggish. And late in the ride, I think my tire pressure's a little bit off. So I stopped and checked that, and yeah, tires were feeling pretty soft. Checked them with the pressure gauge when I got home, and yeah, I was running it down at almost 10 pounds PSI. So a little slower ride than it should have been, but I'm motivated to get back out tomorrow, do another ride, and I get a little more performance out of it, pump up the tires a bit, and push up the pace a little bit. Not too hard, keep it reasonable, but going to have a little fun with it. And so yeah, anyways, I was thinking today that over the last 2+ years, ever since December 2021 when I got COVID, and again only felt sick for a few days, this is covered in some of my older videos, felt sick for a few days, then back to what I thought was normal, except for when I was doing anything. I had no energy, couldn't even walk the dogs around the block at a normal pace. I'd be hunched over, coughing, and just no energy. So I ended up having COVID long, I guess. And that went on for well over a year and a half, probably. It was probably last summer, almost a year and a half later. That's finally starting to feel half decent again, proper energy, getting some speed going on the bike, getting some speed running. Actually ran my fastest 5K in something like 7 years back in September. So things were coming along, and now this happens. Also had some other things happen between October and December, which kind of messed with my mind quite a bit, losing some people. That's covered in previous videos as well. My ex, Diane, passed away. That was very difficult. In December, on the 22nd, 3 days before Christmas, my dad passed away. I also had a couple other people in my life from from in the past. Back in the 90s, that also passed away in December. And then in January, lost an aunt and an uncle. So it's been a lot to deal with lately, a lot of stress and all that, and I think it's time for a reset. So what I'm thinking that first off, deal with this stroke and the stroke recovery, and I'm going to deal with that, and good improvements daily. I'm going to keep that going, and as I get better and stronger again, I'm going to get back to being who I used to be a few years ago and earlier on, back before COVID and all this other stuff is going on that's kind of disrupted life and turned things upside down. I'm just tired of it. So in the near future, getting back into a bit of a sort of a racer mentality. I was looking online today at the registrations for the Yukon River Quest this summer up in Whitehorse to Dawson City, 700-kilometer canoe race. Thinking I'd like to do that again at some point. It's probably not this year, but at some point. Chatting with a buddy of mine from work, Paul. We were talking about some mountain racing ideas, endurance races, and I think that might happen this year. And I'm also looking ahead to doing some bigger expeditions again as well. Like years ago in 2004, solo canoed across Canada. 2007, set the Vancouver Island speed record for fastest sea kayak circumnavigation. That was shattered a year later, and I went back in 2010 and knocked another 24 hours off the new record. So I'm not saying I'm going to do a Vancouver Island speed record again. I'm 58 now, and that's probably not in the works, but I think I'm going to take on some big stuff again while I still can. And more updates on that coming soon. First thing is to get healthy and back to a normal life, and then start pushing the pace and getting the fitness back up to something acceptable, more like where I used to be 5-10 years ago. And I'm just going to do it. Life's too short, so I'm not messing around. Just going to start pushing it, and I'm going to have a whole lot of fun doing it. And just to end the video here, I will say that 2 weeks ago, right after the stroke, and even a week ago, like 7 days after the stroke, I didn't know if I'd ever be in the position where I'd even be thinking about doing big trips or racing again, but starting to feel better and better, and damn right I'm going to get back fully up to speed and be doing some cool stuff and have a lot of fun, and we'll be talking about it on here on a regular basis. Anyways, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. That all helps the YouTube algorithms. Part of the plan is to build up YouTube and get some revenue coming in from that, some more significant revenue over the coming months. That's going to offset some of the lost wages from this time and all this other stuff that I've been dealing with for the last bunch of months. Anyways, looking forward, it's all going to be good. Thumbs up, everybody.